Hey YouTube. Well, this is part 5. We got our showman's engine here, and I think we're ready to go. It's been kind of a challenge when it comes to painting. We've had fluctuating temperatures and dampness. It's been raining, and so, but you can see that we've got our, oh, you can't see. All right, we've got our supports on for our canopy. In our last episode, we did have it running. So before we bring that canopy out and get everything going, we're going to go through a quick startup procedure. We're going to take our cylinder lubricator lid off. We'll fill it with steam oil. And this is that thick, sticky, almost like syrup. Can you guys see that running out of there? Some thick stuff. All right, well, our lubricator's full. We're going to take our little disposable oil can. We're going to oil all these moving parts. Doesn't need a lot, but let me get my hand out of your way. We're going to fill up our cups. Put a little bit on our gears. We're not planning on throwing it in gear yet, but put a little bit up here on our packing. Turn it over and just kind of check it out. And then we'll put a little bit over here on our eccentrics, just to be safe. A little bit more down here on our cross slide. Everything turns over nice and free. So now we're going to fill our, pull you guys up where you can see. You guys see back over here? This is where you fill up the fuel tank in here. That's what runs our burner. So we'll get that tank filled up. So now that we know that we have our fuel tank full, can you guys see? Probably not, but there's not much room to point at it. I'll grab the scribe here. Right down here is our water glass. So we're gonna fill up our boiler. We're gonna give it a half a glass of water. We'll get that pumped in. Show you guys what happens next. Okay, so we've got our boiler filled with water. I'll bring you guys in, or bring this up. I don't know if it's going to show up, but in that sight glass, I can see it. I'm sorry if you can't, but we are just over halfway. We have filled up our steam lubricator. We've oiled the engine. We've verified we have no binding. We're going to close our regulator, set it to essentially neutral, and let's see if we can get this thing to light off. All right, now that you're in frame, let's open up our gas valve. Can you hear the gas? Okay, we can hear our burner running. Pinch that down. Let it warm up nice and slow. Once we get some steam, this guy so you can see it. Can you guys see our pressure gauge here? Right now we're showing nothing. So I'll let him warm up. Once we get some pressure, we'll start our engine and make sure that we have most of our water out and everything's working the way it's supposed to be. And then we're going to put our drive belt onto our generator. We're going to let it sit there and run for a little bit with no load, and then we'll finally bring out that painted canopy. We're not done yet, guys. We still need to know what we're going to put across the top of that. I've had a few amazing suggestions, and I think they're great. So keep them coming. But we've got a blank canvas here, guys. So let's let this warm up. We'll be right back. Okay, well, it's been about 2 minutes. We're still on low idle with our burner, and we're at 1.5 bars. You guys can see it down here on the clock of steam. We got movement, and our steam valve's still shut. This is still wet steam, guys, so we're gonna let him warm up and do his thing. Pinch our fire down a little bit. We're almost up to 2 bars already, so we got plenty of steam. Just let our engine sit here and run and get warmed up. And then we're gonna put our belt on our generator up front. This thing is so cool, guys. I love it. It's incredible. Pinch our fire down just a little bit more. This gas burner, now that we got it cleaned out, it works incredibly well. You can see it's running nice and smooth. It's not ticking. We've got no knocks, no rattles. And I'll show you up here in the front. We got this toolbox, or I guess it'd be a toolbox, what I'd call it. And open it up, and inside it has these little wheel chocks. There's 2 of them, and they fit the front. They fit the rear end too. Ooh. So if the person was to belt this to something, you can't move it. It locks that rear wheel in place. So that was kind of a neat thing to find. Put that back in there. Notch it back to almost neutral. It's just barely ticking over. We're almost at 2 bars. Let's pinch our fire back a little bit more. See that? You guys ever seen a steam engine run at 0 RPM? Well, that's neutral. So we can't pinch our throttle down anymore. Let's get this belt put on. Alright, well, we're over bottom dead or top dead center. So let's move our valve linkage. turn this guy around. And you can see that we're belted up. Here's our belt running. Our generator. Notching down a little bit more. You guys see it all working together? Alright. Well, we had to make both of these canopy stays. The one back here and the one up front. The one that was intact, there was a big crack in it. And I figured, well, we made one, we might as well make them both. So, let me get this guy turned back around. Can you remember that steam leak we had up here? That was a fun task. Turns out that the bolt that runs down into here, which is a 2mm brass bolt, was snapped off and just epoxied into place. So, yeah, that was fun trying to get it out because it was bottomed out in the bottom of a blind hole. But we got it, and yeah, everything works now. So drilled it out, tried to extract it, which that was not going to work. So ended up drilling it to tapping size for 2mm and re-tapping it. And as you can see, we have no steam leaks here. Looks like our relief valves are starting to float just a little bit, but all in all, I think we're good. Let me grab that canopy. So here's that canopy, and it's got 2 coats on it. We have yet to wet sand it, but we will get that done. I'm so happy to have decent weather to be able to get some paint work done. We're going to plug our canopy lights in here as soon as I knock this thing off. You guys hear that engine drag down some? Alright, well, let me shut the lights off. We're going to put our chimney extension on. Pull you guys back, you can see a little bit better. So that's the factory chimney extension that it came with. I'll get these lights shut off down here and we'll see if we can make them light up. Okay, well, we can see some of these lights. The red ones seem like they light up better. Let's notch up on this. Speed our engine up without opening our throttle. The color balance is going to show it, but we got green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red. Open the throttle a little bit. I guess we don't need to even run it that fast. We're not gaining much on our light. Well, we got our canopy on, and our lights are on. Let me get the rest of these lights turned back on. we're running right along. We got our generator hooked up. We're making light. And even with this burner pinched way back, we're well over 2 bars of steam right now. So what is that? 15, 30, 32 pounds inside that little boiler. And we're still at almost a half a glass on our gauge. So and it runs great, guys. Turn it around and show you guys the other side. You guys can see the exhaust coming out of the top of it. No, it's probably not going to help a lick. But what an incredibly beautiful piece of model engineering. I wish I could take credit for it. I didn't build this, guys, but I guess we did make it operable again, and it's fantastic. I need something from you guys, though. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys find this interesting at all, please do it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. We bring out a couple videos every week. But I need to know what we're going to put on here. You can't have a naked engine running around. So I guess I'm relying on you guys. What are we going to put right here on the side? So, well, there it is. We're not 100% done with this yet. We are going to take it outside and put it in gear and drive it. And have a little bit of fun with it. So, well, I guess that's it for the night, guys. Thank you for sticking around to watch this part 5 on this engine and watching our other videos. So, all right, well, let me get this guy shut down. So with our burner off, I'll let him play out. Well, now that it's petered out, what do you guys think we ought to work on next? You guys want to look at this beam engine we got back here? I think this would be a good one for the next one. If you can hear all that rattling and knocking. Kind of sounds like a couple skeletons tap dancing on a tin roof. But I guarantee you, if you guys watch, we're going to get into it. So, once again, thank you guys. You are amazing. We'll see you next time.